Dakota.
Well, 6:42, welcome back. Peer pressure, curiosity, self-medication. These are just a few of the many reasons some teenagers experiment with drugs and alcohol. In this week's Raising North Dakota, I share some wise words from 3 young adults who were able to just say no throughout their adolescent years. Many teens succumb to the peer pressure when it comes to trying drugs and alcohol, but how and why do some resist and say no? For Silas Jackson, it was in large part due to his parents encouraging high moral standards and teaching him to think for himself.
They wanted me to behave well, but they never wanted to be the reason that I behaved well. They wanted me to have my own reasons and to be able to think for myself and allow me to make my own decisions while giving me the information, the best information they could about what the possible effects could be.
Positive influence from his parents was a big factor for Jordan Upgren as well, and a constant open line of communication was key.
Having that trust and that direct wire to your parents and to your kids is essential for them to abstain from alcohol, drugs, and other substances, and being on good terms with that.
Often, teens will try things to fit in and be accepted, just seeking that attention. But Molly Clark decided drugs and alcohol were bound to bring negative attention.
I never wanted to be involved in a big group and be the center of attention, and I knew if I did drink and then people would be like, oh my gosh, Molly's drinking, and make a big deal out of it, and I just did not want that.
Surrounding themselves with good friends with similar beliefs was also key for these young adults.
As a group, we were offered to go to other parties and places where we knew there was going to be alcohol, but we would kind of act as a council, and it was pretty much a collective thing where we didn't want to do that.
And it's important to teach our kids foresight and to have open conversations about the consequences of drinking and drugs. It's easy to think that won't be me, but having the discussion in a positive, productive fashion may lead them to pause and think first.
In most cases, when I've been offered a drink, I've been allowed to sit back for a moment and look ahead and ask myself, what are the potential ramifications of this? So what are the possible negative impact? And in most cases, almost all cases, it's always far outweighed the potential fun I might have had. So you think a DUI or hurting yourself, or worse, getting behind the wheel and getting into an accident and hurting someone else.
And teaching our kids that there is so much more to life, that it's simply not worth the risk.
I don't need alcohol to have fun. I have a good time with my friends anyways.
And another common deterrent for Silas, Jordan, and Molly was just staying busy with sports and other extracurricular activities, which may lead you to believe the proverb, idleness is the root of mischief.
Absolutely,
so,
yeah.
You know, we were talking earlier about just having that foresight, and oftentimes, you know, our brains aren't developed at that young age, and so for these young adults who have that foresight and encourage our future kids to try to do the same. It's just, it's not easy, but it can be done.
Yeah, and it's not easy to overcome that peer pressure when everyone's doing it to be the one to say, no, I want to be different. But, you know, all of those young people were, like you're saying, intelligent, wise enough to make
and surrounding themselves with their friends,
I
think was a big key. So, yeah. All right, Amber, let's talk some about the weather here. And this is something that I think we all have something to look forward to here.
Yeah, we've got some warmer days ahead. Now, some of us could see a little bit of light snow on